500 Miles from Home by Lynn and Dave. Dave says, here's a story inspired by 500 Miles, weaving in the journey of a Wisconsin farm boy chasing dreams in the big city. Caleb Jensen was born on a dairy farm in northern Wisconsin, one of 12 kids who knew more about milking cows before sunrise than any city kid knew about alarm clocks. The farm was a symphony of sounds, the lowing of cattle, the clatter of milk pails, the distant hum of a tractor, but the one sound Caleb loved most was the far-off whistle of the train that passed through town. That whistle, faint and lonesome, called to him. It spoke of places beyond the fields and silos, of bustling streets and fortunes waiting to be made. At 18, with nothing but a satchel and a handful of crumpled bills, Caleb boarded that train bound for New York City. His mama wept, his father grunted approval, and his siblings took bets on how long he'd last before crawling back home. But Caleb wasn't coming back, not until he'd made something of himself. The bright lights and the big fall. New York was everything Caleb had imagined. Loud, fast, full of promise. He started as a dishwasher, then a bellhop, then a delivery boy, always believing the next job would be the one to set him on the road to riches. He talked his way into a job selling stocks, wearing a suit that wasn't quite his size, and shoes that pinched. For a while things were good. He made money, sent some home, even started talking big about buying a house for his parents. But the city was cruel to those who let their guard down. The crash came quick, one bad trade, one shady deal, and suddenly the money was gone. His name turned sour among the traders, and his job dried up overnight. Soon he was living in a cramped room above a bar, owing more than he had. His fine clothes worn thin. The city that had once welcomed him now turned its back, and he was left counting every penny, every mill. The train whistle calls again. One cold night, standing on the platform of Grand Central, Caleb heard a train whistle echo through the tunnels. It sounded just like home. 500 miles, that's how far he was from the farm. 500 miles from warm mills, from the creaky old barn, from the smell of fresh hay and his mother's prayers. He could go back, but how could he walk into that kitchen empty-handed, a dreamer who had lost it all? Caleb hesitated as the train pulled in. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. He took a deep breath. Maybe, just maybe, home wasn't where you arrived rich. Maybe it was just where you belonged. With a sigh, he boarded the train heading west, listening as the whistle blew, carrying him back toward the only place that had ever truly been his.